All right, let's get this party started. Good morning. Thank you for showing up. A nice crowd here today. Appreciate you coming out. My name is Dave Fillenworth. I'm the executive director here at the Riviera Theatre. Let's go back. Another round of applause for our organist today, Ken Kaufman. Thank you, Ken. Probably a lot of questions what you're doing here today. This is a very big day for the Riviera Theatre and the Board of Directors. They have a very special announcement to make. And at this point, I'd like to bring up the President of the Board of the Directors, Larry Denniff.
Welcome. And like David said, this is a very exciting day for the Riviera Theatre. Let me start out with giving a real brief history. The Riviera Theatre, which it was originally known, was the dream of developer Henry Henschel and owner Max Yellen. They envisioned a showplace of the Tonawandas, and on December 30th, 1926, that dream officially opened to a sellout crowd and messages of congratulations from North Tonawanda Mayor James McKenzie, Governor Alfred E. Smith, and famous movie producer Cecil B. DeMille. The theater also featured the mighty Wurlitzer theater organ, a 3-manual 11-rank Model 235 Special, newly installed as a demonstrator model by the Wurlitzer Company. And on a side note, and this is something you'll never see, you haven't seen in a long time, and you'll probably never see again, they broke ground for this theater on December 17th, 1925. They dedicated what you see here today, December 30th, 1926, as quite the feat to build this magnificent building here in 1 year. In June 1930, a corporation associated with Michael Shea leased the theater and renamed it the Riviera Theatre. This relationship lasted until 1939, and over the next few decades, the theater was run by other large names in the entertainment business. Let's move ahead to 1988. The theater was put up for sale, and the Niagara Frontier Organ Theater Society took ownership on Valentine's Day, 1989. Many volunteers spent thousands of hours bringing back the interior of this neglected theater to what you see today. Don and Thelma Lang, along with son Neil, played a leading role in this renaissance, and to this day, Neil remains an active member on the board of directors. The theater experimented with all forms of entertainment over the years, but 7 years ago, with the hiring of our current executive director, David Fillenworth, he has concentrated on bringing some of the best tribute acts from around the United States, and here we are today, featuring 125 shows this year alone, and becoming one of the best music venues in Western New York and Southern Ontario. And we still feature the mighty Wurlitzer, maintained by a dedicated organ crew before almost every show. This new name recognition and partnership with one of the most well-respected businesses in Western New York will help us continue to enhance the dream of Henry Henschel and Max Yellen as the showplace of the Tonawandas and now Western New York and Southern Ontario. It is now my extreme pleasure to introduce to you our new naming partner of the West Herr Riviera Theatre, President and CEO of West Herr Automotive Group, Mr. Scott Beeler.
Thank you. Wow, thank you, Ken. I've never been introduced with an organ playing like that. Very dramatic. Thank you so much for being here today, and this is a real honor for West Herr and our 3,000 team members to be part of this day. To have our name associated with a name as iconic as the Riviera Theatre is truly something I never thought would happen. And I feel blessed, and I know everyone in our company feels blessed to have this association with this iconic theater that will hopefully go on for many, many, many years. I want to say why we can do this. Why can West Herr do things like this? It's because of the community and their support for our company, the loyalty and continued support from the people of Western New York, and especially in this case, the people of the Tonawandas. They've been very, very good to West Herr and very supportive, and this is kind of our way of saying thank you for that support and that loyalty, in a small way to say, a meaningful way, I think, to tell the Tonawanda specifically in this case, thank you. thank you for supporting us for 74 years and hopefully many more to come. I think you heard the history of this theater, and I think it's so important that buildings like this, iconic buildings that are such an important part of the rich history of Western New York are here. And I can tell you that when this discussion started, I got a chance to have quite a few meetings with the board. And by the way, this is one of the most dedicated boards that I've ever worked with. They really have their heart and soul in the success of this theater and its continuance for long into the future. So the Tonawandas are very fortunate that the board that is in charge of running this theater is so dedicated, and again, an executive director that's dedicated to continuing the success of this place. I mean, think about 125 events here this year. That is, when I heard that number, I was taken back. That's a remarkable success rate and it shows the popularity and the public's want for theaters like this. So we just want to say thank you to the board and to David for letting this come together. I mean, I'm told the vote was unanimous for us to do this, which made me feel very good. And I feel good today and feel proud that our name will be associated with such a meaningful, respected name as the Riviera Theater. So thank you again. Thank you for belief in us. And there's a lot of good things happening here right now. This association came at a very, very exciting time. You'll get a chance to tour the new area that's being developed right now that Larry said should be open hopefully by June. So just a great time to be associated with this and a great time for our company to once again say thank you to all of Western New York, but especially the Tonawandas. Thank you. God bless. Thank you.
That was for Scott, right? That wasn't for Dave? Thank you, Scott. To sum up what Scott briefly said too, the Riviera Theater has experienced a tremendous growth period over the past several years. The additional name recognition of West here with the Riviera Theater, it just guarantees that it's going to stabilize our programming for the future years. It's going to secure our impact on the Western New York community so future generations can experience the live arts. I'd like to take a brief moment here and just mention that another part of this growth is the expansion project that is currently underway next door. This is certainly going to help cement what we're trying to do here. It's all about patron comfort and comfort for the artists that come in here. The patron experience we talk about, which is the new lobby being completed next door, is scheduled to open up early June of this year. And included in this expansion is new lobby space, a new concession stand, outdoor patio with a bar, a new box office, new offices for the staff, and big screen televisions in the lobby so the patrons can watch the concert actually in the lobby instead of the bar, especially if it's an opening act that they really don't care for. They can have a couple cocktails and watch the opening act and get the concert experience that way. And I should probably mention that we're going to have new restrooms, and that should be welcomed by everyone in this building. If you've ever been to a show here at the Riviera, and shame on you if you haven't, you know the restrooms are a problem, and we're going to correct that for you. I also mentioned too something about the artist comfort. Soon this summer, we're also going to be building off the back part of this building here, new dressing rooms for the artists. And these will be state-of-the-art with restrooms and showers and things that are currently lacking, as the current dressing rooms are underneath the stage and they represent a prison cell built in 1926. So that's going to help attract new artists in here as well. This expansion is going to add 25 to 30 new employees here at the Riviera Theater. I'm sorry, the West Herr Riviera Theater. So we're very excited about what the future is in store for us, and as As mentioned, we're going to go next door shortly after this, and we're going to show off the expansion, and we'll answer any questions you have at that point. At this point, I'd like to welcome to the podium the North Tonawanda Mayor, Austin Tylick.
Good morning. How is everyone today? All right, we need more energy. Good morning. There we go. So how excited are we to see another partnership with the Riviera Theatre today? Come on, give it up for the Riviera Theatre. So of course, a big thank you to the Riviera Theatre and their board for all the tremendous work they put in over the years. I swear every time I'm here, I'm hearing of more money coming into this theater for more expansion, more growth, and it's really about partnership, right? Partnership is the word of the day. And as many of us know, the Riv has been a partner of not only the businesses here, our community, but the city as well. And now a partnership with a private business is only going to help the economic growth that the Riviera Theatre has continued to bring to North Tonawanda, and we couldn't be more excited. Now, I heard they're naming a drink after West Herr. Is that correct? That was a joke, everyone. That was a joke. Yeah, it was a bad joke, but it was a joke. But as many of you know, we are huge supporters, everyone in the crowd here, the city council that's with me today, the clerk treasurer as well. We fully support the Riviera Theatre. We want to see the economic growth continue. In our downtown alone, they're bringing in 5 or 10% of an increase in sales tax every year. It's an entertainment hub, it's a cultural hub. It's really the driver of not just the restaurants here, but the entire city itself. So we are appreciative of all the efforts that the Riviera brings to North Tonawanda and really the Western New York area. So on behalf of the city, we would sincerely like to thank West Herr for their partnership with the Riviera and honestly North Tonawanda. So thank you everyone very much and congratulations.
I just have to give a shout out. She's way in the back there, but one of my team members, our team members, Mary Wright, has put her heart and soul into putting this together and put hours and hours and hours of work in having this come to a reality today. So, Mary Wright, God bless and thank you. Thank you.
Again, I'd like to thank everybody for coming today. And I'd be remiss if I didn't introduce the other players that made this all happen. Could the board of directors please stand up as I call you? Vice Chair, Joyce Santiago. Vice Chair, Community Relations, Joe Levy. Our Treasurer, Kevin Herr. Secretary, Rick Ostrazinski. Immediate past chair, Neil Lang. And directors, Director and General Counsel, Joseph Casada. Marina Wilcock. John Shear. Josh Lemke, who unfortunately could not be here today. And our new directors, Mary Wright and Greg Kaiser. Like I say, we got to thank Mary Wright for the, I'm not sure that the media has ever seen a media release splash like she put on. I thought it was kind of unique. At this time, I'd like to invite everybody next door to look at our progress next door. And welcome to the West Herr Riviera Theatre.